Hello guys and welcome to all those training to become Super Saiyan. This is Revolution. So on this video today I'm going to be talking about Namekian fusion and whether we may see it in the Tournament of Power. This is a completely hypothetical situation. Take it all with a pinch of salt. As you know, I like to talk about potential avenues in the future of Dragon Ball Super and whether we will see it or whether we won't. Now there has been nothing in terms of spoilers, interviews or leaks suggesting that we will get Namekian fusion, but there are 3 Namekians in the Tournament of Power. Now, in terms of Piccolo, he is on the opposing side to the 2 other Namekians, but the 2 other Namekians are on the same side. But the 2 universes they're from are twin universes. We've already seen an allegiance between the 2 same races between Universe 6 and Universe 7. But just like I said, there has been no mention anywhere that there will be Namekian fusion. Take it with a pinch of salt. Don't take me out of context on this. Let's just have fun discussing it. Anyway, some recent spoilers have come out recently suggesting there will be fusion in the Tournament of Power, and this is in regards to Kale and Caulifla. Now, whilst it may be cool to see them fuse, and I'm sure the moment it happens will be great, if it happens, I would prefer to see a Namekian fusion. I feel like the Saiyans, especially the Universe 6 Saiyans, have got a lot of upgrades and transformations recently, and I think the love needs to be shared somewhere else in the Dragon Ball Super cast. However, if one happens, maybe it will open the door to other people fusing. A lot of people have speculated whether we'll get Gogeta or Vegito, even though Vegito is unlikely because Potara earrings is technically an item. But it could give an idea to the Namekians. Now, the Namekian fusion isn't quite the same as the 2 variations of fusion we've seen from the Saiyans. The Metamoran fusion is the finger dance fusion, which has brought us Gotenks and Gogeta in the movies and GT, whereas the Potara fusion has brought us Merge Zamasu and Vegito. But whilst the Namekians fuse bodies, it's more of an assimilation. Now, what does assimilation mean? Well, going by the English dictionary, there's 2 examples here. The process of taking in and fully understanding information or ideas, as well as the absorption and digestion of food or nutrients by the body or any biological system. So basically it's incorporating information or physics basically into your own body. The Namekians, when fusing or assimilating, absorb the energy, strength, memories and intelligence, even thought patterns of their fusee. Sounds kind of similar to the fusion of Potara and Metamoran, right? However, there's one major difference. Both participants must willingly consent to fuse in this manner, and usually the pair agrees to the stronger of the 2 to serve their body as the host. The reason the weaker Namekian has to agree and consent with this proposal is because the body of the absorbed Namekian disappears during this fusion and the consciousness ceases to exist as a body. We have seen this kind of fusion twice in Dragon Ball's history. Both of them have involved, of course, our very own Namekian Piccolo. Piccolo has fused with a warrior-type Namekian in Nail on planet Namek before fighting Frieza, and also with Kami, making the original nameless Namekian whole again, allowing Piccolo to regain Super Namekian status. And on both of these occasions, Piccolo gained an incredible power-up from assimilating Nail and Kami, as well as gaining memories, intelligence and wisdom from the 2 Namekians he assimilated. However, once this fusion is complete, it cannot be undone. You are stuck in the host's body until that body dies, basically. This fusion requires no items and is pretty easy to maneuver. The agreed host places his hand over the chest of the agreed fusee and a flash emerges, fusing the agreed host and the agreed participant together. Now, this grants Piccolo a huge power-up, especially in the case where he fused with Kami. Piccolo literally got one-shotted by Android 17 before he fused with Kami, but afterwards he was pretty much even with Android 17. Now, when you consider that Piccolo was weaker than any of the Super Saiyans at the time, and Android 17 was dominant over any of the Super Saiyans at the time, Piccolo was then on Android 17's level. That's a massive power boost. I've said this many times, the fight between Piccolo and Android 17 in Dragon Ball Z, the Android Saga, was one of the best fights in Dragon Ball's entire history. Go check it out if you've not seen it. Anyway, back to the fusion. The host, and basically in the only two examples we have, Piccolo dominates his body still, whilst the non-host consciousness basically serves to supply information. But it does mean that that host's consciousness is separate from the absorbed consciousness. The host, and basically in the only two examples we have, Piccolo dominates his body still, whilst the non-host consciousness basically serves to supply information. But it does mean that that host's consciousness is separate from the absorbed consciousness. It's wacky, but we are talking about Dragon Ball. Anyhow, in the Tournament of Power, we have 3 of these Namekians. Obviously, they are fighting right now, but Universe 6 is in big trouble because if those Namekians get eliminated, Kale and Caulifla are the only remaining contestants for Universe 6 left. The original 5 Namekians from the God of Destruction tournament are all eliminated, including their MVP, the legendary assassin Hit. Basically, unless Kale and Caulifla really are hiding fusion that will last them till the end of the tournament, that gives them an incremental power-up, Universe 6 is in dire trouble. But the Namekians can also fuse. Basically, if they lose, they're getting erased anyway, so giving up consent for a Namekian fusion isn't going to be that much of a push. Like I said, there are no spoilers or hints that allude to a Namekian fusion happening in the Tournament of Power. But if it comes to these dire consequences, it will be logical for them to fuse. However, if those dire consequences continue to worsen, if Piccolo promised to wish back the Namekians or Universe 6, then the Namekians on Universe 6 may agree to become part of Piccolo, further enhancing Piccolo's power. He is due a power-up, to be honest. I know, this circumstance is highly unlikely. Toriyama doesn't really care about giving Piccolo power-ups anymore. In fact, Piccolo is the one character that's trained as hard as Goku and Vegeta, yet seems to have the least power. But by doing this, the Universe 6 Namekians preserve the Namekian race, as well as giving Piccolo a better fighting chance to potentially wish back the Universe 6 Namekian planet. A lot of people have theorised and even hoped that Piccolo would gain some sort of god transformation of his own. I even made a theory video about how this could happen. It's a really interesting idea. I'll link it at the end of this video. But it doesn't seem like it's going in that direction, and this would be a genuine way to power up Piccolo and at the same time staying grounded with it, because we've seen this happen before. We know Piccolo can absorb more than one consciousness into himself, so it's a good way to power up Piccolo and make him relevant again. A lot of us would like to see Piccolo relevant again. I definitely would. So guys, like I have said multiple times in this video, this is a hypothetical video. Take it with a pinch of salt. I do, however, want to know your thoughts on this situation. Would you like to see Namekian fusion or assimilation in the Tournament of Power? Is it due time for Piccolo to get his moment and power up and become relevant again? Now, it doesn't have to involve Piccolo. Maybe just the Universe 6 Namekians will fuse together to create a more powerful warrior to give Universe 6 a standing chance. I mean, for either of these Namekian fusions to actually bear a chance against someone like Jiren, it's highly unlikely it would. But as the tournament wears down and people, even like Jiren, start to wear down themselves, if they could get that kind of power up late in the tournament, that might give them a bit of a hope. Just imagine if it's the last 3 or 4 minutes of the tournament. Universe 6 are about to be eliminated. The 2 Namekians are badly beaten. Piccolo himself is pretty beaten, but he's still hanging in there. Universe 6 realise they haven't got a chance, so they offer to become part of Piccolo. Piccolo would then infuse 2 Namekians into himself at that stage of the tournament and get a huge power boost whilst everyone is drained. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. I really love creative ideas, so if you have any interesting ideas, drop them in the comments section. If you like my videos, make sure you smash that like button with a big bang attack. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. And remember one very important final message. If you stay calm in any vexing situation, you will never, ever become a Super Saiyan. Make sure you click that subscribe button to make sure you get all my latest content straight to your account as soon as it's released. And here are some more videos from my library, which I'm sure you will all enjoy.